everyone, it's Nick here, and this is Pac-Man. Well, it's not Pac-Man, but Pac-Man is a game you could play while you waited for this game to load, which is quite neat. This one is Joe Blade 2, published by Player Software in 1988. The original game came out in 1987, Joe Blade, which we've already reviewed. Now, it's similar to the last one, but instead of rescuing hostages, now we're in a crime-ridden London. Yes, the streets are crawling with punks, thugs, and muggers. So it's 1995, it's quite similar to now then. So here we are, crime is out of control and everyone is scared to go out. Haven't got a gun in this one, in the first game we did have. Now, so they've called for Joe Blade again. I don't know what the police force are up to, maybe it's a job for them. Now, you can kill the punks, as you can see, if you jump up and land on their head at the right point for 200 points. There's a few sub-games in this, like the first game, where you have to defuse bombs and get sequences and various other stuff. Essentially, I've got to collect dustbins, by the looks of things. We've got 20 keys to go through doors, as you'd expect, but we must rescue hostages which have been held by the punks, and that's pretty much it really. So it's monochrome and we must go to different areas and find everything. So it's a bit of an exploration game. As a kid I might not have known fully what I was doing, a bit like now. Now I think you've got to kill 100 punks a day, although they don't seem to be adding up. There's a bin, good. Dustbins too. Excellent. So if you want to collect bins and you weren't clever enough to be a bin man, Joe Blade 2. Right, now that guy going back and forth in the coat there, if we come into him, which I don't really want to, there's a mini game, and I don't really want to because I'm not very good at the mini games, and if you lose the mini games, it's game over straight away. So we don't seem to be losing any energy as such. I don't know why that is. Anyway, I can't seem to see any energy bar here. So do have a look at the review of Joe Blade 1 if you haven't seen that. We will come to Joe Blade 3 eventually. We're doing well in killing these punks. Kick to the head, right? So London is overrun. The police force, I don't know, are on strike or gone on holiday to Barbados or something. And it's 1995 and London is doomed. Call for Joe Blade. Looks a bit like a plumber. Anyway. The graphics are quite good on this. It's quite detailed in the background. Look at that brickwork. It's not all one colour. So a lot of shading there. And I do like, although it's monochrome, much like the first game, it does change colours on certain bits to make you think that you are getting somewhere. It's well thought out. I do like the white border there, but in terms of an exciting game, it's not really that exciting, is it really? It's a little bit boring. But you don't get killed straight away. So as a kid, you would have got a few hours out of this one. Good. But I don't think too many people would have completed it. Now, if you're one of those people that have completed it, then show off in the comment section below what happens at the end. Oh, it's going to be a mini game, is it? No. Mini game? No. Yeah, let's do a mini game. Right, here we go. So, I think I've got to match numbers up here. I think I've got to get 1, 2, 3 and 4. They're cycling round. I've got to stop them at the right bit, right? So I didn't do that. 1. Come on, 2. It's all about timing this. If I don't do this, it'll be game over. No, that isn't 2, right. So you can see at the bottom there, that's the guide, what we need to follow. So we need to copy those shapes. Oh, Nan, you're rubbish. If we run out of time, that's it. They are cycling round, so you could probably try and time it. So the line with the 3 dots, please. Oh, no. Hell frustrating. But yeah, with practice, you'd get this quite quickly. Joe Blade 2. Sometimes known as Joe Blade 2, the traditional 2, or with Roman numerals. I think it was released as both. Citizens saved? None. Oh dear. Sorry citizens, but I will not be saving you today. 16 seconds till the bomb blows up. Oh no, come on, get the third one. Oh, there it was there. Nicky, you've mucked up again. There is a poke for completing all the mini-games automatically, but that'd be no fun. There is a poke also for infinite time, but I'm not going to use that, because I think we're going to get some distance out of this. We won't be seeing the whole game. Bad luck, you are dead, mate. Okay, well, that's not very friendly, is it? It's using all the spectrum colours, so I can't fault it there. Very generous amount of letters it gives to the highest score. Why is it giving that as many letters? No one's got a name that long, apart from that Apu Apata Pita Peterland, whatever his name is, from Simpsons. Right, Joe Blade 2. Let's go. I think I prefer the first one, you know. I think I do. Perhaps it's because the first one had the originality beforehand. If you like Joe Blade 1, you'd like the sequel, that is for sure, but it's not offering a great deal. I am missing a great deal more, I should say. I'm missing the gun aspect where you can shoot. Maybe there's a gun to pick up later on, but it's pretty much more of the same. The navigation is the same. You either go through doors by putting down on the joystick, or these holes in the floor, which are supposed to represent a door outside. And that's really it. It could be a bit extra here. I like the way the enemies are animated. They're all the same enemies, apart from the minigame man. As far as I'm aware, it's all gone green. A bit like a fish tank I used to own. There he is again, right. Come on, sir. I just like the stealth thing of the first game, where you could put on an enemy uniform and mix with them. This one, just punks in London. It's a subject that's not really taking hold. I'm trying to look. No one's been. Well, there are 10 random citizens that have been kidnapped, but we don't know quite who they are. In the first game, 6 political leaders have been kidnapped, so there's a bit more going on there, a bit more crucial. Here, it's just people. Yeah, they're not really that important. Well, it doesn't say so in the instructions, but all people are important, aren't they? Really. Yeah, if you're a VIP, comment below. Now, if that doesn't get any comments on the video, I don't know what won't, or what will, whatever the phrase is. 200, 200, back we go down here. So we've had green screens, purple, cyan screen, I won't say blue screen, with the amount of computer problems I've been having recently. I don't want to tempt fate, but there we go. I think I've solved it now by deleting a file and replacing it with an empty one. It seems to have tricked the computer for the time being. At one point I thought the channel might go on hiatus, so I need to get it fixed, but we're still moving along, like that song, 4 Wheels on My Wagon, if you know that song. Do you know that song? Oh, there's extra time there. Right, time's ticking up in the top left. It looks like it, yeah, we've got a bit of extra there. 3 wheels on my wagon, I'm still rolling along. The Cherokees are after me, and I'm singing a happy song. See, there's the song. I bet you wish you didn't know it now. Not many people sing it better than me. I don't know if that was an official release in the charts, but it would have been a corker of a record to have in your collection. Right, okay, so there's some urgent news here. We've done good on the bin collecting. We need to collect more. Good. Excellent. I don't know what these bins do, but if we can get another 5, then that'd be great. And it's all yellow. Right, more time, please. What's that going to go up to? Clock. It's going to go up to about 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes is the maximum you can have. Right, to collect your bins. Now, there are some bins parked on against the wall, but they're decoy bins. You want jumping bins. 6 bins. 29 keys left, so obviously there's 29 doors we've got left to open. God knows where they are. As per usual, it's another one of those games that'd be a lot easier if you had a big map with you. So, we reviewed Joe Blade, as I told you. This is Joe Blade 2. Next week we'll probably have a look at Joe Blade 3. There was supposed to be a Joe Blade 4, but that never actually happened. That never actually got released. If you know a demo version out there, let me know, but I presume it plays quite similar to these first 2. Right, here we go again. I don't know why I do this to myself. Let's see if we can match up the numbers. We want 1, We want 2, Come on. No, see, I'm sure there's a bit of timing with this. They go round in sequence, don't they? They're not random. So I should do 1, 2, 3. So get the sequence, and then when your one's next going to come up, click it. Probably click on the one before, and you'll probably fluke the one you need. Will I heed my own advice? No. Oh, I'm no good at this timing thing. If only there's a way of slowing it down. Right, I'll get the first one. The problem is, if you miss one, as you've seen, well, that's good, you have to start all the way from the start again, which happened there. I thought I'd done it in time there. Right, 22... Oh, no. Guys, as a kid, this would have infuriated me big time, but as soon as you got the timing, I think you'll be doing it easily every time. I think I'm going to lose my 6 dustbins. You know, in life, you go round, you pull out all the stops, you collect 6 dustbins, you die, and then it accounts for nothing. There's something to be learnt there. Don't collect dustbins, and don't try and decode bombs or anything. And yeah, Joe Blade 2 is dead. I think we'll have one last go here, see if we can find any nude areas. I don't think we're going to. Let's put a long name in. Ah! He screamed. Right. If you've got that name as well, comment below. There he is. Yeah, good. Right, off we go again. in the green area. Down we go. Collecting bins like any person would do. They're trying to rid 1995 London from criminal gangs, because we all know dustbins is their main line of business. Not guns, not drugs, not alcohol smuggling, not people trafficking, but dancing dustbins. Yeah. If you see a dancing dustbin, don't go anywhere near it. Report it to your local police if they haven't gone on strike. Report it to someone called Joe Blade, if he's about. He sounds like he should be a rollerblader with that name, but I don't know if rollerblades were really invented back in this time. I guess they must have been. They was 1970s, weren't they? And this came out in 1988. Players Software. If you recognise any of these places in London, because I sure don't, let me know. Can't see any underground stations anywhere. These are just normal shops. God knows. It must be in some suburb somewhere. Oh, gee, I did lucky not to fall in for that minigame there. We need a gun so we can shoot that fellow. Right, extra time. We know it's going to go to 10. 10. It's gone to 10. In there. There's some thugs. The punks seem to be, although they're all identical, like from Attack of the Clones, they all seem to be walking around as if they're not really fixated on me. They just want to walk around town, looking tough and jumping about the place. They don't seem too bothered when they're reduced to clouds of dust when I kick them in the head, which is just as well. I suppose that's just what being a punk is like. I think when you have defeated 100 of them, the instructions says somewhere that they'll think better of it and the game might complete anyway. Boof. Yeah. So I think you might agree with me. It's graphically accomplished, it's well put together, but it's just a little bit boring in the gameplay. Perhaps you have to put the hours in to get near the end for it to start heating up, but the first one was novel, second one bit better done, but doesn't really add a great deal and takes away that critical bit of the gun, which as a kid playing a game, if you had a little gun you could fire, that was worth a lot. This guy's just walking around jumping and stuff, and it's starting to get a bit old fairly quickly. But must have done quite well, otherwise they wouldn't have done a number 3, would they? Right, here we go. Just one last go at this, and I think we'll call it a day. Joe Blade 2. Well, we won't call it a day because there's another going. If you're watching these lives, they go up on Saturday. There'll be another one a bit later on. It won't be Joe Blade 3 though. They will save that to next week, maybe. Right, get the timing. Come on, Nick. Yep. Right, 2. That's as far as I've got so far. Get the third one. Oh, Nicky Jenkins. Dearie me. Right. How long we got? About half a minute left. I'm never going to do this in a zillion capillion years. Boop. Oh, man. Right. I'd have to get... If I was playing this back in the day, I'd have to get a friend round to do this bit. Sometimes there's bits that everyone else can do, but you just can't do no matter what. Right. That's as far as I got before. Come on. Come on. Come on, time this. Come on, time it. Yes, fourth one. We've only got 4 seconds left. Oh, come on, come round. Come on. Bottoms. I ran out of time. Oh, I've only had 2 minutes instead of 1. Okay, okay. Well, it's Joe Blade 2. It's sort of okay. I can't really lay into it too much. It's just that I wish it offered slightly more. But it's well put together. It's a good game. If I had it back in the day as a kid, I would not have been disappointed. But I'm not sure how much I would have played it if I had hundreds of other games. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Joe Blade 2, published by Player Software in 1988 on the ZxSpectrum 48K. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro? Then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.